Here we are in Italy. This is Ken Brant, and he's an artist.
Plein air painting number 5 in Italy, but it is actually the 7th painting that I did while we were there. And this is kind of an important aspect of where we were staying at. In 1375, Florence had a castle that they erected here for essentially a strategic use on the land of Pontassieve, which is the town that we're painting in, and that's actually where we're staying at. And the town took the name of Castle Sant'Angelo, which means Saint Angel Castle, and later obtaining the current referring to the importance of the bridge on the river that was the main way of joining the Republic of Florence to the territories of Mugello, Casentino, and the city of Arezzo, and that is the bridge that you are seeing here. It's the bridge is Pontassieve, and hence the town is named after that bridge. So we are painting that bridge, and pretty much I started the setup as I usually do. The nice aspect of where I was setting up on this is, of course, the fact that the sun is not hitting my canvas directly, and that is always nice because then you actually get like a true representation of your values as you're painting. When the sun is directly hitting your canvas, you end up, when you're done with your painting, you end up taking it indoors, find out that it is extremely dark, and that's because with the sunlight hitting your canvas directly, all your colors look very bright and very light, so you try to compensate for that. And in this case, I don't have to worry about that because there is no sun hitting the canvas, and it's later in the evening. This was one of the it wasn't the last painting we did. We actually did a nocturnal after this painting later that night, which I did not videotape. So that is that'll be like the third painting that will not get videotaped up to this point. So yes, this is Plein air video number 5, but it's actually painting number 7 since I was there painting for the week. And so yeah, I'm getting slowly but surely, I'm getting my plein air legs underneath me, and not wobbling so much with my values and temperatures on the canvas. I'm getting better, at least I think I am. And this painting I think was like kind of highlights the turning point of where I was at with my plein air painting there in Italy. This was I think pretty much everything from this painting on shows a better composition, shows a better use of colors. So yeah, I was pretty happy with this one. However, this particular painting, I did not get a good focal point into the painting. So when I bring this one, and when I'm ready to do this one in the studio, that's going to be something I'm going to be working on, trying to get this focal point on this painting, so that way the viewer's eye is brought to the attention and I want to bring their attention somewhere along that bridge, because that is actually the subject matter of what I was painting here. So the bridge is where I want you to be looking at. Everything else is secondary, the buildings and the grass and of course the river flowing underneath it, it's you get nice reflections and everything, but the bridge is truly the whole reason we're there painting. So that's where I want to concentrate my focal point. I haven't really determined yet where I want that to be. I want it to be a spot along the edge of the bridge on the right, because the sunlight is hitting the bridge. You can see in the picture in the left-hand corner there, you can see the sunlight is hitting the bridge, and then it casts a shadow in the buildings all the way to the left. And as the evening progressed, that shadow started moving across the face of that bridge. So it did move while we were there painting. And we were painting for a little over an hour on this site. And so that is what I was trying to concentrate on. But I really, really would like to get a nice spot along the right-hand side of that bridge to bring the viewer's attention to that area. And I haven't determined if I just want to add in a brighter spot of sunlight, or if I want to maybe enhance the color of the brick on the bridge. If you'll notice there is a building underneath the right-hand arch of that bridge, which could have a very nice light area where the sun is hitting that building just underneath the bridge. That may be a good choice for a focal point as well. So these are things I need to think about when I'm working on this in the studio. I should have been also thinking about that when I was painting it in plein air, but it did escape me at the time, and hence it's now an afterthought. But I did do well as far as other aspects of this painting, like I said, the values, the temperatures, the composition. I was very happy with that. So I did like how it all came together on this particular painting. So I was happy with that. So the colors that I pretty much worked with, again, basic colors on my palette. You have titanium white. There is cadmium yellow, and then there is a lemon yellow, two yellows, and then I have yellow ochre. I did find myself using yellow ochre quite a bit while I was in it, because a lot of the buildings, as you can see in the picture and in the background of what I'm painting, a lot of the buildings had that very yellowish, earthy color to them. So that theme of color was throughout the whole city. So I did use a lot of yellow ochre. And then next to the yellow ochre, I had my cadmium red. I had my permanent yellow green. And then for my blues, I had cerulean blue and ultramarine blue. And for the ultimate twist, pretty much those were the two blues I used for my skies, or any other blues that I had that I saw color-wise. I didn't really use it for much anything else other than sky. So I used ultramarine blue for the highest point of the sky near the top of the canvas, and then I would use the cerulean blue as it got closer to the horizon, the mountains and that, it became a cooler blue. Cerulean is cooler than ultramarine. Ultramarine is a warmer blue, and so I try to keep that more at the top of the canvas. You get cooler as you get towards the ground. So those were the blues that I was using. The greens are a mixture of the permanent yellow green and my blues. So I would mix using either my ultramarine blue or my cerulean blue, depending on how I wanted that green to look. And then basically for the gray areas, that is going to be variations of, I had asphaltum and mixture of asphaltum, the ivory black, and my titanium white. And those are the other two colors. Next to my blues would be then the asphaltum and the yellow. So that's what I had on my palette. And that was pretty much the color scheme that I kept throughout the week while I was painting the planner. I didn't vary too much from that. I did change my yellow from the cad yellow. I removed that off the palette in about the middle of the week, and I did replace that with a yellow lead. And you'll know when I did that, because in future videos you'll see where that color appears on the palette and in the painting, and you'll see how I utilize that color, and it really works out great for the focal point. So that was something that I was very pleased to use, and we bought that while we were there at the art store in Florence. So yeah, so then on this, the bridge, the Pontassieve bridge there, the colors that I was using for the brick, those are going to be asphaltum and the cadmium red mixed together to get that reddish brick look. And so it's going to be a lot more asphaltum than red, because it did have more of a brownish earth tone to it. And then so then I brought that color down into the water reflections. When you're doing water reflections, the reflections are usually, I'm not going to say always, 100% always, because it's not, but usually reflections are darker in color and value than the item that's being reflected. So the bridge did reflect into the water, so I did want to use more asphaltum than I did cadmium red in the reflecting bridge in the water, so that it would appear darker. And I tried to keep that rule of thumb for anything else that's reflecting in water. So like any buildings, if you're using a yellow, you're going to want to go with a darker valued yellow for your reflection. Same with the greens. You want to go with darker valued green on your reflections. But like I said, that is not always 100% true. There are situations where I have noticed that the color being reflected will be brighter. And sometimes that is in the case of the sky. The sky can appear much brighter in the water reflection than it does in the sky itself. And I believe if you look at the photo in the left-hand corner, you can actually see that happening right there. If you look towards the bottom of the photo, you'll see that the color blue is much brighter than the blue in the sky. And that could be because what you're seeing in the reflection may be further up out of the view, out of the camera maybe. It's possible. It's hard to tell. I don't, if I'm looking at it, I'm thinking no, but if you actually look at the blue between the building and the bridge, on that right-hand side arch, in the reflection in the water, that blue does look a little brighter than what's in the sky. So in that particular case, yes, the color is bright. So that would probably be the only thing. So when I do my reflections of in the water, or when I do water in general, I'm usually going from left to right with my brush strokes across for any reflecting areas of sky, and then I'm going up and down from top to bottom for my reflections of the bridge, the buildings, and the grass. And so those will be downward strokes. And then again, like I said, then I'll go across from left that usually works out really nice for some nice reflections. It gives it that watery look that you're trying to go for. And then of course that'll change depending on whether you have smooth water or if you have running water, like going over rocks and that. Then obviously that's going to be a totally different type of brushwork altogether. And so you just you have to take a look at what's in front of you and then use your brushes accordingly to come up with the values and the temperatures and the effects that you're looking for. Water is tough sometimes. I would put water right up there with one of the more difficult things as far as, for me anyway, as far as getting the look each and every time that does not happen every single time. But sometimes I'll paint water and it will not look like water. Other times I can paint the water and it looks great, looks wonderful. So that is usually something I have to work on. And I try to incorporate water into a lot of my landscapes just for that reason, just so I have to, it's a challenge for me to tackle that and become better at it. So yeah, I do like to do that. I do like to challenge myself, and that helps me improve. So that's something I think you yourself as a painter you should always strive to do. If there's something that you're painting that you have a difficult time with, continuously paint that over and over and over until you master that. And then again, this just helps improve your paintings overall, I think. So yeah, and this was, I believe, after this painting we do travel. We do stop painting in Pontassieve, and then we start. We go into the city of Florence. We'll do some painting there. We head up into the mountains, and we'll do some painting there in a small town. So, yeah, this will probably be the last painting within the city of Pontassieve that you're gonna see here, and so I'm looking forward to showing you those and that subject matter because it's beautiful countryside. People are really super nice. And we had nothing but a great time the whole time we were doing all this. And the people there, they love artists. They love seeing people creating art. They want to talk to you, and so that's an enjoyable aspect of plein air painting. Trying to communicate with the locals, and sometimes they understand you, sometimes they don't. But everybody understands what you're doing, so it kind of helps break the ice a little bit. So again, this was fun. I enjoyed doing it. I hope you enjoyed watching it. If you have any comments, make sure you leave them in the comment section below. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, and if you're not a subscriber, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell notification because it helps me out. That helps the analytics on YouTube kind of spread the word and get more views. I want as many people as possible to see my paintings, and so just make sure you subscribe and give a like, thumbs up, and I'll see you on the next one.